Hello everybody, Ben here, and today I'm going to be showing you a completely free automation which scrapes leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and adds it into a Google Sheets ready to add to your email sending campaign tool. Now, if that interests you, then you're probably very bright and very clever and you've got a few brain cells. If it doesn't, then you're thick as pig shit and fuck off. You can set this up within probably about half an hour, which I'm going to try and do because I'm incredibly hungry and I need to go eat. But without further ado, let's just crack on and I'll show you exactly what it is you've got to do. So go on to LinkedIn Sales Navigator and click Retry Premium. I've got a bunch of different LinkedIn accounts. This is something quite important actually. What you're going to have to do is create probably a few LinkedIn accounts if you want this completely free. Send about 15 connection requests a day. Get it up to, well, 50 you need as a minimum to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But you can just do it on a few accounts and just manually send a few connection requests. Right, obviously I'm going to fill this in as you will watch. So, no, I'm not. I'm going to pause it now. Cool, so I filled that in. It says I get a 1 month free trial, £0 due today. And after the trial ends, I'll have to pay 95 quid for free, which I'm not going to do. And neither are you because you're just starting up. I get it. I've been there. You want to do things for free. And I'm going to show you a hell of a lot of things you can do for free to get started, to scale. So, yeah, no, cheers. Cool. I'm on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Nice. Nice. So go on here. Go on here. And what you're going to do is a nice big search. Oh my God. Go on then, Ben. Same name, sort of. Shut up. Right, go on lead filters at the top there. I'm just going to do a small one, but what I tend to do is do quite a big one. So I'm talking like 30, 50, 40, 50,000 people. And then I use split functions to split it up into smaller batches because you can only export 2,500 from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do a recruitment companies in the United Kingdom. Company headcount of one of the smaller, like this, whatever. That's 24,000 results. The seniority level director or something, yeah. So I tend to do a big one of what we just saw there and split it up. But like I say, I'll probably show you that in another video. So we've got 1,000 results here. You're going to copy that and go into Google Sheets. My stomach is on one. Search URLs and just place it in there, right? Call this, what do you want to call it? Guinness, because there's a Guinness glass next to me. Do you like Guinness? I do. You're a strange man. Anyway, then what you want to do is go into LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And this is a free account, as you can see. I've got 38 minutes left. You get 2 hours per account. You want to just set up a load of emails, email forwarding, something like that, something nice and easy and cheap that you can do, and just keep rotating your emails like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick this one here. So I'll show you where it is. LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Use now this one, the Sales Navigator Search Export. Spreadsheet URL. This here. You're going to make sure you can share it actually, and it's visible. Back into here, paste it there. Make sure if you do a heading like I have, you put the heading as search URLs. Save. You want to connect, it's connected. This put at 500. I'll tell you why in a bit. Save. Once, save, and that is it. Cool. So you've got everything set up. You've done a search on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You've now got the URL of that search. Let's start building an automation. As you can see, this is a free account as well. So let's create a new scenario. And the first scenario is going to launch that phantom. So let's create a connection, paste it in. And there she is. Amelia has got a, whatever this is. Now, you want to get the phantom that we've just made. I don't know, I think it was this one, was it? Probably. Yeah, probably. And so it was number 1. Go back into make. That one. Bosh. Shut up. Cool, that's done. I'm pretty sure that'll run. If I just get some data, make sure it runs, put it's 5, easy. Easy. And you'll want to run this if you're going to do 500 to get 2,000 a day, which you don't want to be hitting rate limits for. You want to make sure you're hitting less than 2,000 a day, or at least 2,000. Every 6 hours. No, that's not right, is it? Is it 360? Or is it 340? Oh. Okay, so that's going to run every 6 hours. I don't know if it has just run, has it? Normally it does straight away. Yeah, so that's run, and that's launched the phantom. So we go into here, and as you can see, it's connected to LinkedIn, and it's going to start running. Now, we want to create another scenario. This is where the data is going to get sent, parsed, organized, and sent into a Google Sheets. So we're going to do the custom webhook, create a webhook. Let's call it PB automation scraping webhook. That's too long, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just call it whatever. Copy that address back into LinkedIn Sales Navigator. That's worked. 5 profiles found. Cool. That's just added to a spreadsheet within Phantom Buster, which you won't be able to export on a free account. So this is why we get around it like this. Add in that custom URL that we've just copied from there, put it in. And now every time this finishes, the data that we've just scraped is going to get sent into here. So let's just run that again. And you can see the data get sent into here. It's now listening for the data. That's done. That's determined. Cool. It's got the data. Now we're going to need to use Phantom Buster again to download a result. Let's just launch this again just so it gets it all. And the container ID is going to come from the webhook there. Easy as. Now, depending on the data that comes through, I'm pretty sure it comes through as a buffer. So you're going to want to parse that buffer that comes through. And let's just have a look now. Let's wait for this. Let's save it. Whatever, save. Run. Is that done? That's been done, has it? Done. Come out. History. No, there's one waiting in the queue. So we can just process it now. Run anyway. Existing data. So this is what's come through. All you really need is the container ID, and it gives you all that as well. This downloads the result in a buffer and then parses it to come out as we want. As we want it. Cool. Now we've got the data, so it's a bit too much. We've got the profile URL, which we don't need. We'll need the first name, last name, title. We won't need the company ID, title, description, summary, maybe one of the locations, the duration in the company, and that's about it. So we've got the data. This normally actually would come, especially if you're doing more than 500. So let's change it to 125 and run it. I think over a set amount, the results come back in a file format. So it'll either be a JSON or a CSV. So we're going to need to parse that again, but I'll show you what it looks like when it comes through. Right, this is almost finished. Probably just take a moment just to say, this is my first ever YouTube video. I understand it's going to be crap. So just bear with me. I just want to basically help you guys out, give you a lot of free value. Because as I said before, the likelihood is that I've been in your position is probably quite high. So like, subscribe, all that jazz. Feel weird saying that as a producer, not a consumer. Right. So this is finished. It's found 125 results. If we go back into here, okay, let's see what happened. 3 operations. Was it a CSV file? Let's have a look. No. Okay. I'm going to have to do a 200 people scrape. Or a 250. Let's just try that. Launch it. Right, so 150 profiles didn't do it. So 250 I've done. Should come through. There we go. So it's come through as a CSV URL file, which actually clearly needs to be parsed again because, yeah. So we're going to parse that one again. Easy as, and that should output a CSV file and then a JSON file as well. So after that, we need to download the file. So HTTP get a file. In fact, while this is happening, we'll just do that again. Scrape another 250. Probably get banned. And that'll actually, instead of showing that, we'll show CSV or JSON. So we'll put the JSON one in there. And then after that, I think what we're going to need to do is aggregate over the text. Do I even need it?
A few moments later.
It looks like we might not even need that. We could just parse that. We're going to save even more operations. You get the result object, which is a CSV file.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
You know what? You don't even need this, clearly. If that is just outputting what it would output anyway, we're doing extra operations that don't actually need to be done. So, yeah, we're going to need to parse that, which is basically what that is. And that will give us the CSV and the JSON. Then come here and you'll put the get a file module in. Then you're going to have to parse that file. And let's just leave it there for now. And see how long we've got left on this. 83%. I'll pause it for you. Cool. That's done. Another 250 found. Great stuff. So we've just got rid of an operation, which is pretty cool. Stick the JSON one in there. Then you're going to parse the data. I have to run this again. In fact, yeah. Right. Then it depends on what the data looks like from there. It should, after getting the file and parsing it, show one huge array of all 500 profiles, or sorry, in this case, 250 profiles that we found. So from there, we'd have to actually aggregate over that text. So use a text aggregator from that module. And if you think about it, there's probably going to be quite a few problems that will come about just from the JSON structure itself. I mean, people putting in their double quotes in there. there might be a lot of new lines. So we just want to condense it down and make sure that it doesn't actually affect the JSON format, the structure that goes through and eventually gets added into Google Sheets, because it will need to be in JSON format going into Google Sheets at the end, with the API call that we're going to use. So I think we're going to need to get rid of new lines, double quotes, and a lot of people put in one of them straight lines. So let's get rid of that. So it's going to be replace, 3 replace functions, replace. We're going to do it's not going to show it yet, is it? Think of what are we going to want in here? We're going to want the full name. This is what's going to get added to Google Sheets. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be replace. What's that for? Full name. I'm pretty sure that's how it will show it. We're going to want to replace in the full name new lines with a space. Okay, that's number 1. We're going to replace double quotes with single quotes, number 2. And then this bit of crap with a space should be number 3. Okay, yeah, that's done. Click OK. Save. Have a look at this. Okay, cool. Come out. Let's have a look. What happened? So nice. So we got the CSV. We then parsed it to get the CSV in the JSON URL. We downloaded the file, and look at that. That is 250 leads in one bundle. We'll parse it so it goes into loads of separate bundles. So you get the profile URL, the full name, first name, last name, company name, title, company ID. Yeah, all we need is the full name, company name, title, company location, duration in company. Yeah, and a lot of other crap we don't actually need. So there you go. So this just gets the first name, but clearly we're going to have to get everything else in there as well. So what we're actually going to do is wrap it in a square bracket and some quotes, comma, copy that, comma, comma, comma. Let's see. What else do we want? What was next? The company name. So company name. We wanted the title description. Cool. And then finish off the square brackets. So what this is going to do, in the full name, it's going to replace any new lines with spaces, which there won't be anyway. But just keep it in. Any double quotes with single quotes and any of them with space. Now, you're probably thinking, what full name is going to have any of that crap in? People do it. You're better safe than sorry. I mean, not all of it, to be fair. Company location, it's not going to have anything like that in, so you actually don't need all the replace functions for it. I just prefer to be safe and sorry. There's no harm in having it done. It doesn't cost any more money. It's not any more operations. But especially the title, description, and the summary. sometimes company name, sometimes title. People will try and be funny and put chief commercial officer, whatever they are, double quotes, chief superhero, chief fucking weirdo. So what have we got here? That's going to collect the data, pass it into the CSV and JSON, download the JSON file, pass the JSON file, aggregate over the text, and also change out some of the stuff that might break the JSON format. After we aggregate it, we're actually then probably going to have to iterate back over it. Let's get this running. Iterate back over it from what we get from the text. And then we're ready to add it into Google Sheets. And I'm actually going to show you this in one video as well. Normally, what people do is they press update a row or bulk update rows. That's going to cost you, in this example, 250 operations. If you were, which you are going to do, change it to 500 scrapes per launch, that's going to be 500 operations plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 506 operations per run, that's over 2,000 a day. It's not what you want. So you're going to make an API call and you're going to add it in one operation. Now, let me show you how. So you're going to get this. We're going to append it. If you look in the Google Sheets API documentation, it is in there, but it's quite complicated. So just copy me, just walk through what I do, and I'm going to teach you how to save essentially thousands of operations. So it's spreadsheets. Then it's this number here after the D and before edit. You're going to copy that and stick it in there. Then it's values. Then it's A to Z append. The reason it's A to Z is because it's column A to column Z. If you were filling in a hell of a lot of stuff that required more columns, it's going to be AA, AB, AC, AD, right? So let's just undo that. Okay, back to this. It's a post request that's already in there. You're going to add a parameter, which is value, input, option, and then user underscore entered. Nice. And the body is curly brackets, values, and then inside 2 square brackets, you're going to put the value from the iterator. Yeah, bosh. Save. And let's all together take a look at this when that's done. Right, it's almost finished, but I did realize that I didn't explain what the iterator was. So obviously we saw what text comes through. It's going to be one big. Nice. It's going to be it's going to come through like this, basically. Loads of bundles, but the text is going to come through like so. So you want to iterate over that. So it becomes one bundle, which we're going to send into Google Sheets, but clearly it wasn't happy with something. Okay, so I have done something wrong in terms of in here. I think there's no comma. Let's have a look what this said. So this is what's important. This is why you need to make sure the JSON payload is correct. One tiny thing can really put it off. So it's expected a comma, Matthew Rhys Davies, who I believe was the second person, wasn't he? Yeah. So let's just have a look what happened in here, just so I can show you. Look there, there's no comma. There's meant to be a comma as a separator. So that's my fault. What you want to do is go into advanced settings, other, separator, comma. Something I forgot. We'll run that, and again, in however long it's going to take, I'll pause it and show you back how this works. No, I won't. Apparently there's one record waiting in the queue to be processed, which is good. So, run this. Don't know why it says that. What's it doing? Oh, it's done it, look. Anyway. So there you go. 250. It's going to be 500 when you guys do it. It was just so it could take a bit quicker, the scraping could. 250. You get their full name, company name, title description, summary, location, and how long they've been in the company. And what you're going to do is set that to run immediately as data arrives. Go into your other scenario, and that's going to run 6 hours. All you're going to have to do, since you're on the free account, is every month or every probably 3.5 weeks, change your LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. And again, with this, you're going to want to just keep getting a free account, which is pretty easy. And all you're going to have to do is change a couple things. You're going to have to add the account to this one module. And then in this one here, you're going to want to just copy the webhook, go back into here, set up, advanced settings, webhooks, and paste it in there. And that is all. A little bit of manual work, scraping leads, absolutely free for the remainder of your lifetime, that you can then stick into Instantly, Smart Lead, whatever you use to send out your emails. And there you go. Yeah, I hope you found this useful. This system alone has allowed me to generate thousands a month in revenue just from scraping the leads from LinkedIn, which is one of the best sources you can get them from, and add them into a Google Sheet, ready to either put through a system that adds it to Instantly itself, or find the emails and add them yourself. But look, yeah, I hope you found this useful. It's going to feel weird saying this as a producer, not a consumer, but like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you could do me a favor and just give me some feedback of how the video went. I understand it was probably crap, me just talking this whole time. I don't know if that's what you want. I don't know if this was too long. Just please give me some feedback, give me some hate, call me a long-haired, curly-haired prick, and that will really hurt my feelings, so please don't do that. No, I'm joking. Right, look, yeah, happy days. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.